I don't think that was an exact quote of what I said yesterday, so I'm not going to associate myself with the way you framed it. There are a series of trade issues between the countries. Most of the issues have been raised by the United States, either in terms of things they want to see changed in Canada. There are a series of tariff measures the United States has put in place which are in violation of the existing agreement. The tariffs on steel, the tariffs on aluminum, the tariffs on automobiles, the tariffs on forest products. Those are not consistent with the existing agreement. We look forward to sitting down. We have an exchange around these issues, both in terms of understanding what I'll use there. Yana, there's two parties in a negotiation. One, we're not sitting here taking notes, okay, and taking instruction from the United States. Understanding their position, understand where it's in Canada's interest, in our joint interests to be stronger together. And this is a government that can do many things at one time. We set up, to go back to today, we set up Build Canada Homes. It literally was set up in September. The legislation to give it all of its authorities is still working its way through the House. We're glad that we have a majority now. We can move that forward more rapidly. We're already in a position where 10,000 plus homes catalyzed by Build Canada Homes are either I think this distinction between prior and to any adjustment on the trade side is part of the negotiation. That's my view. So whether you have a global agreement or you take a few things off the table as part of moving towards that global agreement, that's part of the negotiation. So I think to some degree, I understand why you're asking the previous question, but it's an unhelpful distinction because it's part of an overall negotiation. That's the simple thing. What are trade? There's a 50% tariff on aluminum, 50% tariff on steel. The derivative measures that have been put in place on both of those, the auto tariffs, which are inconsistent with the side letters, the tariffs on forest products. So there's this. I would make it, if I may, distinction between the industry, the core industry in steel, where a series of measures have been taken, raising our tariffs and so-called tariff rate quotas to third country steel into Canada, introducing a Buy Canadian policy, providing strategic response, hundreds of millions of dollars of support into the industry and into workers, which is helping to shift some of our largest steel manufacturers into profitability and into new markets. I want to distinguish between that, where there's more to be done, and look, it would be better for the United States